All right, so we got the carburetor. I cleaned all the surfaces off. I put already tie wraps on here because I've got to put a tie wrap and tighten it up on a fitting on the carburetor here. I've got to put this one down here. The access here is pretty poor. I wanted to take this off, but I balked at it because I'm so frustrated. And I still have to put this linkage on here. So you got to snap this on the bottom of the carburetor. So let me see if I can do this without dropping anything. There are bushings and washers and bolts and a plate and an inner gasket and an outer gasket that holds this all together. And then we have the throttle linkage piece, and somebody else has been in here before me because one bolt is factory and the other bolt is not factory. So somebody's already been in here, and they put silicone all over the gaskets trying to do it themselves instead of just buying a new set of gaskets and putting it in there for $5. They tried to silicone it and made a mess. So that's why I bought an aftermarket carburetor. I said, I'm not even going to mess with the one that's on there. All right, so we're going to get this hose on here. We're going to get this hose on here. And we're going to get this linkage in down here. And then at the same time, I've got to get the throttle cable ready to go and put the bolts in. So lower hose first. Get that in there. This hose got to go on. That one started, and now I got to get the bolt started. Clamp and the hose down here. The other hose is connected here. And on the other side over here, you've also got your throttle cable, and your throttle cable has to go underneath. All right, so this has to go on first. This line has to go through here like this. I'll line that up right now and snap that into place. And now I'm going to put the bolts in. So I guess I'll loosen this screw up, slide this in, pull it back down, and then clip it in under here. All right, we've got most everything together. Well, here we go. We're going to take the fuel line cap off. And I'm going to put this plastic piece on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it only goes on one way. All right, so we're going to put this on. And I have to take the choke linkage here. It can be hard for you to see, but here's the choke. And I have to slip that in there. So I'm going to turn this in an angle, hook it in there. Push it down, maybe, there we go, and then drop this back in with the bolts. Alright, and then I'm going to check And yes, that does work. Perfect. Make sure it's going to go all the way out. Yeah. Okay, we're going to torque these to put the fuel tank on. Now, I've already flushed this fuel tank out. I put some gas in it and I flushed it around and I dumped it into a container. I meant to show it to you, but there was water in it, and that was the reason why everything went south. So this fuel line has to go down through here again. This is a Yamaha special, obviously, and you got to get that fuel line on there. All right, so I like to buy these tapered tire wraps. Really? All right. Okay, so it's all back together and we're ready to put some fuel in it, and hopefully it runs. We'll find that out shortly. And let's see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll start. So let's back out and find out. Here we go. After all that work. Choke out. Nose on. Not bad for a first time. Started right up first pull. Good aftermarket carburetor, pretty good. So we'll start it up, let it run, put it in gear, check that idle speed again. I just blew compressed air back up the telltale hose to fit in because it was misting out and just dribbling. Probably a little piece of debris in there. Alright, I just did an oil change on this and I'm just filling it back up, and I put exactly 350 milliliters into this container. And what I did was I just used a quart bottle that was, you know, gradient 800 down to 350. And just to show you a shortcut on that is you know, you can't really see in here, but you can see down here. I'll zoom in, and there is a sight glass here, and that sight glass, as I zoom in, I'll see if I can get it up just a little closer. You get a feel for it as I turn this. So the motor's not quite level in that position, but as I turn it, you can see that level is going to be right up to the top. If it's perfectly level, that silver little area goes away, and that tells you that's exactly the full mark. So while it's sitting here, I'm halfway up that full mark. So that's your dipstick. Your dipstick is that silver piece. When you see just the bottom of it all silver, you don't have enough oil in it. When it's halfway up, then you're right on the right where you should be. You don't want to overfill it, because the crankshaft's going to throw the oil around. You're going to create foam. So halfway over that silver disc, it's kind of at an angle like this, probably a 45-degree angle. That's the full mark. All right, so fresh oil change. Let's see if it'll start again.